I think the title of this video says it by itself, but you're not God and you shouldn't have to think that you are to get what you want. Welcome back. I'm Minded, here to bring a dose of reality to your delusion. And this video is going to be very realistic. This video is mainly to people who believe in God. You believe in God, you're religious, you have some form of monotheism in your mind, in your life. That's what you believe. This video is for you. You have to be extremely careful in this manifestation and spirituality community. I will never, ever be the one to come on here and tell you that you are God, or that, I am God, or we are God. And my problem is, why do we feel like we have to call ourselves that? And I know some of you are going to say, like, oh, but that's not what they really mean. It's not that they're saying that they're the creator of the universe. They're just the creator of their own universe. They're the creator of their own lives. Okay, then why can't I just be the creator of my universe? I'm the driver of this ship. I don't think the ship's driver is called the driver. What's it called? I'm the sailor. No, I don't know. The person that's steering the ship. I'm the captain. I'm the captain of this boat. I am the captain of this boat. Okay? And it's my responsibility. We have free will for a reason. In almost every religion, there's free will for a reason. That's because God is clearly telling us that we are the ones that have to make certain decisions in our lives. Certain things are in our hands. There are some things that God is absolutely gonna come in and motorcycle always. There are some things where God is going to come in and it's divinely written for us. We have to go through this. We have to meet this person. We have to get married to a certain person. Absolutely. But there are some things that are, a lot of the things, majority of things are in our control. How we see and perceive the world is in our control. How we react to things, it's in our control. We have been given the blessing of manifestation. And I'm going to try to find the video of the sheikh. There was a sheikh that's talked about this. If you don't know, I'm Muslim, but I'm also like more close to Sufi and Sufism. Not exactly the kind of Sufism you see in like Turkey, but like West African Sufism. And there's this, why is there so much noise as soon as I start talking about God? Anyways, there's a sheikh that talked about this. I'm going to try to clip this video here if I find it.
We have talks now on the secret of manifestation. So it means that we're a very powerful creation, right? So we have the ability by God's grace to manifest.
So manifest ourselves or manifest
no,
other
manifest
beings?
everything. Everything is manifest. All these buildings all around us and all that we've made came from where? It's beginning to manifest from our power to bring that. So all of these things are manifesting by our power. Well, the devil knows that. So he wants us to manifest our worst desires, our worst things. So when somebody makes a horrific movie, a horrific demonic movie, the devil's inspiring him because he knows we have power. Manifest it, manifest it. You can't draw anything that God hasn't already had. So we're manifesting all these things. You know, there's not a horror movie where God looks at it and says, what is that? So anything you've seen, it's already been in the program, and the program, whomever is conjuring it, is bringing it into this dimension. So we have a very powerful ability, and the devil knows that.
We, as creations of God, can reflect his creative ability, and what we imagine becomes real. And our ethics and our energy create a reality. That's an actual toolbox.
That it could be. Well, I think it does happen. I think, but I don't think most people can consciously control it. I think that it is an unconscious manifest. I mean,
well, that's what the secret was trying to teach. The secret was trying to teach that, but to conjure up a good parking space. Yeah. Right? So they said, think about it. Think I want this parking space. Yeah, it is true. So you will, but you'll be accountable to God that you use this for only your material gain. That's it. I gave you all this power and you just conjured up parking spaces. So that's what the devil is trying to do, is that, you know, get us to use our power in an inappropriate direction so that we're accountable to God. But when we don't understand how powerful we are, then yeah, all these things seem to be random. They're not random. The people wanted it, people desired it, and it begins to appear in their life. And that's why the old saying, be careful for what you pray for, it starts to happen. I don't like this, I don't like that, and oh, what's the kid's bothering me? And then what takes away the child? So everything we are accountable for. And that's why then all the spiritual teaching is that no, think good, pray good, have good actions. And all of a sudden you see that, all these blessings are coming into your life. Why? Because that good being that you've brought with your good deeds is now blessing you.
Very,
and continuously praying.
So prayer and meditation.
Prayer, meditation, and acts of selflessness. Feeding other people. Feeding yourself is good for your digestion. Feeding others is good for your soul.
What he said is so important. We have been given the blessing, the gift, the ability as human beings to manifest. This comes with the territory of being a human. You are able to manifest. We have just thrown that completely to the side, thinking that is some kind of woo-woo spiritual thing, like it's some kind of non-intellectual thing. Like if you're into that, then you're not as smart or you're not as realistic or anything like that. Manifestation is built into being a human being and having a soul. You are able to manifest and to bring things into your life. You're able to have a relationship with God and have him be the one that's going to help you bring everything into your life. Just asking him. When I first found out about the law of attraction, law of assumption, it was simple. It was ask, believe, receive. It was the power of prayer. That's what it was. And we've just over the years overcomplicated. And of course, the devil's going to come in and make us start to say things that we're not supposed to say, start to do incantations that are not for us, start to do rituals and sigils and things that are not for us. Because, of course, the devil's going to be like, well, they're finding God in this. I have to ruin it. That's what he's good at. But there are certain things that are not for you if you're someone who believes in God. And it's not saying that those things don't work. Doing certain rituals will absolutely work, but there's always a trade-off. Doing certain sigils and doing certain mantras, they will work, but there's always a trade-off. And I'm going to make another video about this topic because spirituality is not always a good thing. Spirituality is not always white light. Black magic is spiritual. Jinn worship is spiritual. Cursing and hexing people are spiritual acts. Spirituality is not always good. But we come on and we think that everything that has to do with spirituality, I'm going to take it all in. No. There are things that are 100% spiritual, and just like, oh my God, another motorcycle. I'm telling you that the devil's ops do not want me to speak today, but I'm a talk. I saw this video on Instagram and I made one comment and I got a mob of 100 something comments telling me you're wrong and you're this, because there was this white woman in I don't know what Amazon forest, and it was another white woman doing some ritual on her, poking her, and she put something in the holes and she started puking. And I made the comment oh, another person tying to themselves to something that they're not supposed to tie themselves to. And people were mad, everybody can do everything. Why are you telling people that they can't participate? White people can do this, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just telling you that there are things that you're not supposed to participate in if you're someone who is walking the path with God and you're someone who believes in God. Because spirituality is vast. There are so many things that are in there, and not everything is for you. I am indigenous West African. I know what rituals are for me. I know my spiritual team. I know who my ancestors were. Okay? I know what is for me and what is not for me. There are rituals in my own country that I will not do. There are things in my own land, different tribes that do different things that I will not do because it's not for me. So if you're someone who's walking with God, you need to use your intuition and use your relationship with God to know what is for you and what is not. Manifestation is with you. Manifestation is using the power that God has given you to be able to bring things into your life. That is what it is. So it's not like it's not devil worship. It's not sigils and worshiping, jinns and calling on things like Kali Ma and all these things. No, it doesn't make sense. It does not make sense. How can you say that you're someone who is walking with God and you're going to, at the same time, go and call on some Ak and Al Kali Ma for help? What are you doing? What is this? As a reminder to you, if you're someone who is walking with God, you believe in God, be very careful on this journey of manifestation and spirituality, because you are going to be led astray. You're going to be led into things that are not for you. You're going to be led into things that are going to cause you more harm in the long run, because there's always a trade-off. You do something, you do a ritual, you do a sigil, you do some kind of curse or hex or whatever, it'll work, and then at some point it's gonna stop working and things are gonna go to okay? Be very careful. You are a spiritual being. You are a soul that is in a human body. You have more power than you could ever imagine. You do not need all of these extra steps. I promise you, it is just as simple as being alone with yourself and with God and asking for something. And even when you don't believe that you're going to get that thing, you don't have to believe it. You have asked for it, and you know that God is going to do whatever He can to put it in your life in the best way, or give you something even better than what you could have asked for. And once you know that, that's it, that you've let go, you're done. Please be careful with the things that you tie yourselves to, because whether people tell you or not, you are tying yourselves to certain things. There are spiritual ties with certain sigils. There are spiritual ties with certain rituals, and there are spiritual ties with certain incantations, certain names. I mean, the names that they're telling you to say, you don't even know these are names of jinns, of old, powerful things. And it's all spiritual, and it can all be clothed as if it is light, when in reality it is not for you. It may be for other people, but if you're on a path walking in God, it's not for you. I'm just saying. Anyways, that's all I want to say for this video. Hope you enjoyed. Hope this message reaches who it's meant to reach, because I know this video is not for everybody. But with that being said, stay healthy, wealthy, and blessed. I will see you next time.